Real Housewives of Beverly. No, that's tomorrow. Real Housewives of Jersey, right? Reunion. Now, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is premiering tomorrow, so I'm gonna review that. Indeed, make sure you guys check out my other reviews that I just did. What did I do? Real Housewives of Atlanta, Candy and the Gang, Bad Boys Club, Marriage Boot Camp, Hip Hop Edition. So, Beverly Hills, child. Now I did watch the part one reunion. I just didn't get the chance to review it. So, yes, and this is part one. And what did they talk about in part one? Part one was not as entertaining. Once I saw, this part two. Part one was not that entertaining for me. But it was cool. There were certain parts that we got on. Um, Melissa and where's my water? Melissa and Teresa are not close. I mean, we knew that, right? They're not close at all. How do you guys feel about that? Like in general, hopefully y'all didn't see nothing when I, leaned over. Little taste of paradise. I can't really show that on the tube, but how do you guys feel about my hair's extra flat by the way because of wave cap. I washed my hair, conditioned it, then I just put my wave cap on, so that's why it's all flat and stuff. But anyway, how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel about like sister-in-law, brother-in-law, in-laws in general connections? If your brother married this lady, and y'all just didn't click, y'all just didn't really like each other. Like, what do you do in that situation when it comes to times of family functions, when it comes to times for all that kind of stuff? It's like, well, how do you handle that? And I'm all about like, the better good of the family, whatever, and being respectful. But, if you just don't click with somebody, you don't click with them. So, and Melissa and Teresa have just never seen it for each other. So, what do you do? The whole story, though, about how Teresa is now close to her sister-in-laws from Lewis, um, his sisters, is, for Melissa, that's kind of upsetting, in which I would get that. Melissa only has one sibling, which is Joe Gorga. And, so I'm sure he talks to his wife, Melissa, about stuff that hurts his feelings and stuff. And, so I'm sure it's a tough situation, predicament to be in. But said that Teresa sat Melissa, Joe, and her nephews and niece at a completely different table at the rehearsal dinner. Um, was it the rehearsal dinner at the marriage? Yeah, the engagement, whatever y'all know. With her and Louise, also found out, which I could tell that actually hurt Melissa's feelings, but it's just like, I mean, it is. I don't know. I mean, what do you do if you're just not close to somebody? Um, but the most of, even more than that, because we already knew that Teresa and Melissa didn't really like each other. What actually upset me the most was the fact that Teresa, she did not invite Dolores to her party because they wanted it to be a couples thing. What? So your best friend Dolores, your ride or die, who takes up for you even when you're wrong, you couldn't invite her to your engagement party because she wasn't with nobody at the time. So you can only hang out with other couples. What is that? What is that about? Married people out there, my married subscribers, how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel like if you're married, you should only hang out with other married people? Y'all feel like you should only get advice from other married people, etc. Like how do you feel when it comes to that kind of stuff. I think it's all silly, personally. And yes, I'm a single person, but still, it's like if you're my friend, you're my friend. I don't give a damn if you're in a relationship or not. So, I mean, mm-mm. I mean, if it's like that serious couple stuff, I'm still gonna invite you. I'm still gonna let you know and be like, well, I mean, it's kind of a couple thing, but if you still want to come, then it ain't gonna be no different between us. I can care less what these other people doing, and that includes my significant other. You still my dog. You feel me? Um, but and I'll just leave it up to them whether or not they want to come. But yeah, I didn't like that, Teresa. I didn't like that, honey. Oh no. Child, the whole time Teresa was talking, everything was Margaret's fault. Margaret was pretty much sitting over there chilling. Everything was Margaret's fault. Margaret, it's that bitch Margaret. Child. It's raining outside, Margaret. Now it's snowing, Margaret. My trash not taken out of my room. Margaret got something to do with that trash. It was Margaret, and it was so funny just watching it. I was like, Lord, Jennifer in her long sleeves and new nose. She keeps butting into every single thing. It was just weird. It was weird and awkward. I was like, Jennifer, would you sit your ass down? She was just doing a lot. Jen was doing a whole lot, but Jen is so good for reality television. She's so good for reality TV, but Jen is gonna end up messed up because so at one point Teresa had went behind the stage to talk to Joe Gorga because he came out, and they was talking about the whole situation that happened between them, but how they was treated at the engagement party, and how Teresa's just brand new now that she got a man, or the love of her life, her man, the man. um and they had got into it and stuff, Teresa and um her brother, and then Jen jumped in it. Jen was making comments, but Joe kind of brought her into it, but she was making comments the whole time anyway. So we might as well just join this conversation. She called him a little bitch boy and stuff, and I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like the whole idea of just because I'm a man and you're a woman, I can't say anything to you. I don't like that. I think that's dumb as a box of rocks. As long as nobody's putting their hands on each other or threatening anybody, I don't see what the problem is. I'm grown and you're grown. Yes, I'm a man and yes, you're a woman, but I mean, I'm grown and you're grown. We're both already raised. I mean, I don't see what the problem is. If you ask me a question, I should be able to answer back. Oh, you don't talk to a woman, you talk to the man. He wasn't listening. He's not interested in the topic. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm gay. I think differently, maybe, but that's not really it. It's just I don't understand that whole concept. If you disrespect me, you just so happen to be a woman, why do I not then get the chance to respond? Or, like, why? I'm not gonna hit you or anything, but I am gonna cuss you out. I mean, if you cussing me out, diggity, duh. I mean, why are people shocked by that? I don't know. But anyway, so they had that moment. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So when Teresa was back there, because Andy made her get up and go talk to her brother and stuff, and she didn't want to. Teresa's just, she's in love. She's in love, and I hope it works out for her because, my God, Teresa, if this don't work out for you, the people are gonna clown you dearly, honey. You might as well just hide up under a rock, child, because the girls are gonna give it to you, including your sister-in-law that you put at the other table, Melissa. But anyway, they was talking to Jackie, not no, they were talking to Jennifer, and they was telling her like, yo, you completely switches up, yo, like you switch up all the time. When Teresa's not here. Teresa then was saying that Jackie is Margaret's follower, and they're saying that Jennifer is Teresa's follower. And it was just like, you switch up often when Teresa's not here. And I just want you to keep that same energy, and you don't have to be any other kind of way but yourself. And Jan, she was just like, well, look, y'all, with me, she's a different person, and yada to the yada. I mean, you might, look, as much as I love Teresa, you might want to see how she treats her good friend, Dolores. You know, I mean, Jen, do you really think it couldn't happen to you at some point? But you can't tell Jen nothing. She's smelling things she's never smelled before. So maybe, um, you know, maybe Teresa will treat her differently. I guess time will tell, right? But I was like, child. What else happened? Um, so Dolores has a new man from Dublin, child. Um, and so Frank, her ex, who's on the show, um, he stays with her other ex and David in a home, in their home house. You know, the house that Dolores built with David. But they're staying together, roommates, until I think Frank gets his place together. But now Dolores got a man, and so Dolores has her own home, and so it's kind of, it seems to be like drama with that whole situation. Um, Scenes from the reunion part 3, we saw that Frank does not like Dolores' new man, and so he gonna say something off the wall, and Dolores is gonna look at him like, you know, that was inappropriate. So I'm interested to see what that says. But I mean, why would he like? I mean, you know, he still has feelings for Dolores and all that. So I mean, you know, it's hard to get over a person that you see all the time. Y'all still hang out and buddy and friends and stuff. It's hard to get over that person, you know, to fully get over a person that you was in love with. It's to just not see them. That's one of the ways. Just cut off all communication. Act like you ain't never met them, if possible. You know, do whatever you got to do to heal. If you must talk to them or text them or get closure in whatever kind of way, do what you got to do. But I'm just saying, you're never fully going to get over it unless you just stop communicating. You stop seeing them. You stop it, you know, or you find somebody else. And I think that'll probably be the only issue, that Frank haven't found anybody yet. And Dolores has. So, let's see. Anything else that happened? Pretty much, you know, they talked to Jackie and stuff, and you know, her issues with her eating disorder, and we're praying for you with that, Jackie. And you look good, child. Um, the last thing was Melissa and Jennifer going back and forth about the whole cricket comment. You know, it was an Instagram photo going back and forth. You know, Jennifer, she had screenshots and all that blown up, and Jennifer's so extra. Jennifer's so, but you ain't gonna have no friends after this. And even her and Dolores was getting into it. I'm like, Dolores sitting right beside you. Now, if she sock you, Jennifer, she hit you in that new nose, I don't know what you're gonna do. But Dolores didn't hit her, child. And I was just like, child, now see you burning all your bridges for Teresa. I hope it's worth it. I really do, because you'll be the same one that will be sitting up on camera hooping and hollering and crying, talking about you ain't got no friends. You're going to be the same one. So, you know, they had got into it about, you know, Jennifer called Melissa crooked. Said she comes from a crooked family and stuff. And, you know, it's going back and forth. And she explained why she said that, basically saying that, well, you came for me first, so then I came for you. And, you know, tick for tat. I don't think Melissa took it that seriously, to be honest. I think that was it. I mean, it held my attention. It was decent, the reunion. So we're going to see what part 3 give. Not the men is coming out, child. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. So with that said, I'm MrChalaki. MrChalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at SKingsWorld on Instagram and Twitter, at SKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook, MrChalaki on Cash App and PayPal, and as always, run me my money, earn me my fade, run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later.